So going into Sex and the Future, I expected a madcap, teen, raunchy comedy akin to American Pie or Road Trip. I mean, okay, fine, I wholly recognise the budget constraints, but I've seen plenty of competently made, gross out comedies on indie budgets, so I remained optimistic. I mean, I remember watching, I think it was called MILF. It was goofy, it was stupid, but it accomplished everything that it was set out to do. But could this be American Pie with sex robots? Or would it be like a live action movie based on my sex life and just be pretty sad? It tells the story of a group of friends who perfect the ultimate sex robot, indistinguishable from a real woman and programmed for your pleasure. Just like it would be in real life, it becomes huge and they become billionaires overnight. But rivalry between them and controversies over the morals and ethics of such a product begin to tear them apart. So the concept? For this kind of movie, it's perfectly sound. The trouble is they don't really do much with it. It's a comedy, yet it lacks the laughs. It's erotic in nature, yet is about as sexy as a Watchdog special on nursing home abuse. I expected craziness and gross out humour. I expected boobs in front of the camera every other scene. I expected some semblance of entertainment, but had to sift through the majority of it to find the slightest amount of enjoyment. The cast were lackluster, the jokes were lacking, and it never really went anywhere. Now, upon a bit of research, it appears the creators really don't have much experience under their belt at all, let alone anything comparable with this. In their defense, maybe comedy isn't their genre. So fellas, try something else. On your budget, just make a found footage horror movie like everyone else does. If you want a sex robot comedy, then watch 2016's Hot Bot. It's not very good, but it trumps this mess. I award this pants attempt at a comedy 3 out of 10. Rant time. So let's talk about that soundtrack. Have you ever watched Basketball from 1998? It's one of my all-time favourite comedies and puts this to shame. But anyway, I'm digressing. There is a scene in that where our leading man is driving along and a song comes on the radio which begins to literally describe what's going on in the scene. That's what we have here, but in Basketball it was part of a gag. The soundtrack doesn't feature licensed music here, it's clearly all made in-house and is dreadful, repetitive drivel where the lyrics all relate to the scene in a very specific manner. This could have been funny, but like everything else in the film, it's just not. It's like watching a scene where two people are fighting and you have a pop song overlaid where the pop singer is using the description of the fight as its chorus. What in the blue hell were they thinking? Did they spend their entire budget on drugs?